Hi everybody, this is Black Rhino Ranger. I know this is probably a dead horse at this rate, and Beenox did make an announcement that they won't be updating Crash Team Racing Nitro Fuel back in September, even with Riptail, the Sorceress, and Willy Wampa-Cheeks being in the data mines. But recently, the game just got a big update. While nothing much happened except maybe fixing a few bugs, it might be a start to something. For one, the update is 6 gigabytes. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's the biggest update size we got for this game. Maybe the March update was bigger, but I think the others were 2 or 3 gigabyte updates, especially back in January. Now I will say this is a very unlikely scenario, and I'm still keeping that announcement in mind, and I do understand why Beenox needed to step away from the game. Because of COVID-19, it's not easy to work in a studio or at home because of limitations, and Toys for Bob did need some help making Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time, and they can't always make stuff for free, they do need to make money. But with this recent update for Nitro Fueled, it could lead to something new for the game. Also, I know some companies who said that something is the last thing they will do for the game, but then they updated with something new anyway. One big example I can think of is Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition. At one point during that update, Capcom said it would be the last update for Street Fighter 4. 3 years later, they decided to update the game again and call it Ultra Street Fighter, and include 5 characters: Elena, Rolento, Hugo, Poison, and DiCaprio. Funny enough, this update happened 2 years after another Street Fighter game was made, called Street Fighter X Tekken. It's very unlikely, but maybe Beenox is only saying that to hide something. But if this is true, I have at least 3 speculations for what this could mean for CTRNF. To suddenly get this update while keeping Beenox's finances steady. Speculation number 1, they're making a paid downloadable expansion pack. Now before we continue with this, let's bring up another game that came out the same year as CTRNF, but a bit earlier. It's still being updated to this very day, Mortal Kombat 11. Back in March, which was also a month of CTRNF's last content update, NetherRealm Studios, the makers of MK11, announced an expansion pack for their game called Aftermath. Not only did this include more characters like Shiva, Fujin, and a guest appearance of Robocop, it also included a new story mode showing the events of what happened after Liu Kang defeated Kronika. It had multiple endings, but the one they focused on was when Liu Kang fought Kronika in space. It expands the story and adds in more to what happened in MK11. And it ends by either Liu Kang as a fire god meeting Kung Lao's ancestor, the great Kung Lao, or Shang Tsung becoming emperor of all the realms. An expansion pack for Nitro Fueled is a possibility, and it doesn't have to be a free one. It can come with a free content update, but the pack itself doesn't have to be free. The expansion pack can be anything: a new adventure mode for the game. It can be a recreation of the story mode of Crash Nitro Kart, or even Crash Tag Team Racing with its new tracks and battle arenas. That's one way to get Willy Wampa-Cheeks in the game. The game can also be re-released as a physical or digital bundle with an expansion pack, just like Mortal Kombat 11 Aftermath. This is perhaps not true, but if that were to happen, it would help people get what they always wanted while still keeping Beenox's profits up. Speculation 2, they're gonna release an Ultimate Edition of Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. Again, bringing up Mortal Kombat 11, many of us were suspecting MK11 Aftermath to be the last update for the game, aside from a few skin packs. But we were wrong. They are about to update the game at least one more time with a brand new Ultimate Edition of the game. It also includes 3 new characters: the popular demanded Melina, the nice edition Rain, and the biggest surprise of them all, Rambo. One question, can this be one of Rambo's skins? And the game is also going to be re-released as an Ultimate Edition with all the characters, skins, and story mode expansion for those who are new to the game. Heck, I didn't get Mortal Kombat X on its release. I waited until I got PS4, which was back in 2017, and I picked up the XL edition of the game. This could happen with Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. Release an ultimate version of the game with all of its content unlocked. I know this is a bit cheating and lazy to just have everything unlocked in one go, but some people are still having trouble with those dev time challenges. Even I myself am having trouble with this, and this release could help people who have trouble trying to get everything. And finally, speculation number 3, they're going to re-release the game for PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X or S. This one I think is the most likely reason why we got that update for Nitro Fuel. The game might get re-released for PS5 and Xbox Series S or X. It happened with Skylanders Imaginators in 2017 for the Switch. It happened with the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy in 2018 for PC, Xbox One, and Switch. It happened with the Spyro Reignited Trilogy for PC and Switch. And it's happening for Mortal Kombat 11 for PS5 and Xbox XS this year. And best of all, if CTRNF gets released for PS5 and Xbox XS, not only will it update on the graphics, it will perhaps allow crossplay and cross-gen online gameplay. That's what Mortal Kombat 11 told us with its PS5 Xbox SS update. I know a lot of people want Nitro Fuel to be released for PC and that never happened, but in all honesty, I can see why they never did such a thing. PS1 is one of the easiest game consoles to hack because it's also a computer, something we use for almost everything: editing, modeling, coding, drawing, gameplay, etc. Because of that, this could lead to cheating, especially online, or they can unlock everything without having to go through all the hard stuff. Unless they can find a secure way to get it on the PC, I don't think we're ever going to have that happen. Either that, or it's a lot more difficult to use the controls and mechanisms for the game on PC than on the consoles. But with PS5 and Xbox XS, I see no issues with that re-release. Maybe the release might come with a few more updated surprises, even for the previous gen versions. It's highly unlikely it would happen, but it's not impossible for it to become a reality. But only if Beenox is okay with it. And these are my speculations for what Beenox could do for Crash Team Racing Nitro Fuel, thanks to that little update giving us a hint. Do you agree or disagree with these choices, and do you think this update will lead to something bigger or not? Let me know in the comments. I hope you've enjoyed this video.